Yep. Got 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
you doing
4,
that, Ken?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right.
And good morning, everybody. According to Cornell University's network science expert, Stephen Strogas, social media can make it difficult for us to distinguish between the meaningful real-world relationships and just social media relationships. They can't distinguish between the difference between the two. Another thing is cyberbullying has increased among American youth, with 42% reporting they have been victims, according to a 2010 CBS News report. It can also lead to decreased productivity at work because people are on Facebook. By another study done by the Nucleus Research Group, they reported that Facebook decreases workplace productivity by 1.5%. Today I'm going to talk to you about the negative effects of social media. First, it affects your real life relationships. Secondly, it can lead to bullying because being able to be anonymous and bully people. And finally, it's been known to cause decreased work production. The main key point that I'd like to talk about is the effects on real life relationships. For example, I know here a few years back I went on a date with this girl, and the whole time she was messing on her phone, texting, and on Facebook, and of course that's distracting. So when you're having a conversation with people, if they're constantly on their phone, I mean, it's really easy. If I stood up here, took this phone, and was trying to give a speech and text at the same time, I mean, it can affect your everyday relationships. A lot of people can spend more time on Facebook instead of interacting with their friends in real life. I see people all the time sitting across from each other, instead of talking to each other, they're on Facebook or they're texting back and forth. You can also post things on Facebook that can offend your friends, and you can lose friendships that way. So it's very hard for people that spend more time online than unplugging from it and just talking to the people around you. It has been causing a lot of bullying because of the ability that people are able to anonymously message, harass people. Here lately, I mean, we've all heard stories about people that have committed suicide just because of the fact that people can harass them and there's no consequences to it. It can bring out the dark side of it. I mean, you all watched Catch a Predator. The pedophiles out there that'll go and meet little kids and stuff because it's easy. It's easier than if you were to try and do it in public. And then, like I said, a lot of people have committed suicide just because of the bullying aspect of it. Instead of going and being able to talk to somebody face to face, they're able to do it over the internet and through social media. One of the big things that companies look at, of course, is productivity. When it decreases because you're messing around on Facebook, and I know on this job we really don't have to worry too much about it, but some of the previous jobs I've had, Facebook was a big issue. They were always on the employees to stay off Facebook. They spend too much time. Employees will spend a lot of time browsing Facebook, checking Pinterest, and it can distract you from your work. I used to sell cars before, so if you were doing that, you'd miss the next customer coming in, somebody else would get in, and you wouldn't get paid. So ultimately it would hurt you in the end. And your boss sees too much of that, he's going to fire you. Doesn't like to see a lot of people messing around on Facebook while customers are wandering around a car lot, not getting a car. So today, I've showed you just a few of the negative things that social media can cause. The first, of course, can negatively influence and impact your real life relationships with your friends. Secondly, it can be used to bully people, and that's one of the bad things about it is, people have committed suicide because of that. And finally, it can decrease your job productivity. So next time you're thinking about logging on, take a day off, put your phone up, have a relationship with some people around you instead of getting on Facebook and going about that way, connecting with people that way. have a real relationship with people around you.